It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a collaboration between Adnams and Toast, and this is a can of Turning Tide. 4.1% ABV. Adnams in Southwold. It's a raspberry Scotch ale. Nice looking can. Toast, they produce their beer using waste bread. So they got to deal with somebody, probably a big bakery like Hovis or Warburton's or someone like that, where they take the excess, kind of the bread that doesn't get used at the factory, and they brew beer out of it, which is really quite ethical, isn't it? Really quite cool. I like that. And Adnams, well, Adnams have got to be right up there. One of my favourite regional brewers. I say that because they've held on to a level of quality that some other regional brewers have chosen not to stick to. You can get a really decent Adnams beer, bottled beer, broadside. I think it's still 6-something%, 6.3% ABV in the bottle. Terrific, terrific beer. You can pick it up in Waitrose. And the temptation is always by the regional brewers, always, is to dilute over time the ABV of the beer. Look at Brewdog, Punk IPA, started at 6, then it went to 5.6, then it went to 5.3. And there's lots of other regional brewers out there who have lowered the ABV. Look at the big multinationals. Carlin used to be 4.5, then it went to 4.2, now it's at 4% ABV. Adnams, they've stuck to their guns. They've stuck to their guns with their ABVs and the quality of their beer. And I think they will stand the test of time by that decision to hold on to the quality brews that they produce. Nobody wants to be remembered for that brewery who reduces the ABV of their beers. I mean, look at Stella Artois. Stella Artois used to be 5.6. I think it started off life as a blonde beer at 6%. Then it went to 5.6 for years. Then 5.2, then 5, then 4.6. And then it was too late. It was like Stella Artois now, nobody's buying Stella Artois anymore. So they've reversed tune. They've kind of like tried to step back on their tracks, and they've brought out Stella Unfiltered, which is a 5.5% ABV premium Belgian brew, which is actually, gonna say it, quite good. But we're not here today to talk about Stella Unfiltered. We're here today to talk about Adnams' collaboration with Toast Ale. So a raspberry Scotch ale. One finger, white head, good levels of carbonation. It definitely looks like a Scotch ale. It's got that kind of dark amber colour to it. Looks very nice to look at. What is a Scotch ale? A Scotch ale is the name of, some people would call it like barley wines. You have English barley wines and then Scotch ales. So they're stronger ABV beers. This is not 6, 7, 8%. This is 4.1% ABV. I think that's probably about right for... And it sounds like I'm contradicting myself now, doesn't it, with what a Scotch ale should be, with the ABV, and that whole introduction about Adnams Broadside being 6.3 or 6.4% ABV. It sounds like I'm backtracking a little bit now, but they've chosen the ABV. They've chosen to brew it at 4.1% ABV, probably because they've added fruit to it, and probably because they wanted to sell it to a lot of their customers. Aroma then on, it's quite clear aroma. Loads of raspberry, loads of biscuit malt. A little bit of breadiness in there, a little bit of nuttiness. It smells quite nice. I'm enjoying the raspberry aroma here. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Ooh. Whoa. Ooh. I'm not really enjoying this one, if I'm honest. There's so much raspberry flavour in here that it's slightly cloyny. It kind of just lurks and sticks and it doesn't want to go away. I've still got this kind of like, it's like you've sprayed your tongue with hairspray. Do you know when you were young and you were messing about with all sorts of hairsprays or how to do your hair gels and stuff, and you'd nick a can of your mum's hairspray and you wouldn't do that, would you? You'd just go, and you'd end up kind of like tasting the hairspray and it would linger for ages, wouldn't it? The hairspray flavour would like, it'd just stay on your tongue for a long time. What's happening here is you're getting a taste of raspberry, a big taste of raspberry, and then it just lurks. And then it just lurks even more. And then it just stays. And then the raspberry flavour fades over time on your tongue. But then you're left with this kind of like drying hairspray taste. Oh, another attempt then at fruit flavoured beer. I mean, what is it with 2022? 2022, I can't, honestly, I don't want to wish my life away. I really don't want to wish my life away. But as a beer drinker, I cannot wait for this fad to end. I cannot wait for, dare I say it, 2022 to end, and hopefully all of these kind of fruit concentrate beers disappear with it, because like the Brut IPA, which came and went really quickly, I just cannot see how this can last. I cannot see how these fruit concentrate, dare I say it, I generally get into trouble when I say this, ice cream concentrate beers, I can't see how they've got a long-term future in the mind of the beer drinker. Everybody's tried it. I'm not blaming Adnams, I'm not blaming Toast. It's like the Brut IPA. Everybody brewed it once. Everybody stopped brewing it because they realised they couldn't sell the damn stuff. I feel this is the same. I feel we're going through a process here of brewers going, oh, everybody's brewing fruit beer or ice cream concentrate or concentrated fruit, whatever it is, whatever they're using. It's not a fan. Apparently the kids are lapping this up. Apparently the youngsters are all over this, but perhaps I'm just an old head now. Perhaps I'm just like, I should stick with the kids, you know? Down with the kids, as they call it. Drink peach smoothie blooming beers, and I don't think I could. It just blinds the Scotch ale. It just blinds the Scotch ale of everything the Scotch ale wants to be. You just can't get anything else other than this kind of quite nasty tasting raspberry flavour that just runs from beginning to end. Never stops. It's like on your tongue. It's dominating every other flavour of the beer. It's dominating all those lovely malts that's in the beer. It's dominating the bitterness, it's dominating a little bit of sweetness to begin with, or it kind of works well with the sweetness actually, if you like sweet beers, but it's just, again, sounding like a scratch record. I cannot wait for this stupid fad to go away. And again, I'm not blaming Adnams, I'm not blaming Toast. All the brewers are doing it. Everybody's jumping on this bandwagon. What they will realise is that nobody's buying it. Or nobody of my generation, nobody of my age is buying it. Perhaps there's a million youngsters in university buying it. But I really can't see that either. I really can't see how this is the future of beer. Trying to bring the youth through to drink beer by making these kind of raspberry peach smoothie. Ugh. Anyway, what started off very positive, talking about Adnams, has ended up on a very negative note. I've even forgotten to say where you can get this from. This beer is available from beersofeurope.co.uk, the largest online beer in the beer store in the UK, with a fantastic range of beers from all around the world. If you've worked away, if you've been on holiday, you like the beer where you were, where you travelled to, now you're back in the UK, you're wondering where you can get this beer from, you can probably purchase it from beersofeurope.co.uk. Link in the description box of the video below, in the description box. Brewed by Adnams. Is there any ingredients then? Endeavour and Brambling cross hops, malts of pale ales and oats. Other is surplus bread and raspberry juice, and the IBU is 20. This beer will go great with fruit breads, turkey dishes, or vegetable Wellington. Okay. I'm not going to read anything about the collaboration. I'm not really that interested. If you want to pause the video and read that, that's entirely up to yourself. I'm not interested. Just another fad beer that hopefully goes away and never sees the light of day again. I really don't like these. I really don't like these beers. I just think they're monstrosities of beer. 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.